If your content feels heavy, that's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're inconsistent. And it's not that you picked the wrong platform. It feels heavy because your brand isn't clear. Let that set in. Most people feel that struggling with content means that they need to try harder. Post more, show up more, push through the resistance. But the assumption is the problem. Content isn't supposed to feel like friction. If every post feels like effort, if you sit down to create and immediately feel resistance, it's not a motivation issue. That's a clarity issue. Content only becomes heavy when it's doing the work that clarity should already have done. And most brands never diagnose that first. Here's the reframe I want you to hear clearly. Content doesn't fail. Clarity does. When clarity is missing, content becomes effortful, inconsistent, and unrewarding. Posting more in that state doesn't fix anything. It amplifies confusion. That's why a hustle advice, it feels exhausting. It treats the symptom and not the cause. When content feels heavy, it's always because of one of three things is unclear. The first is positioning. You're not fully clear on who this is for, so every post feels like you're guessing who you're talking to. The second is message. You're not clear on the problem that you're consistently solving, so every piece of content feels like starting over from scratch. And the third is structure. You don't know what role your content is supposed to play in your business. Is it to educate, or is it trust building? Is it conversion? Is it authority? When structure is missing, content feels random instead of supportive. Without these three, consistency always feels heavy. Not because you lack discipline, but because you lack direction. Think about brands that feel clear to you, feel calm, predictable, confident, even trustworthy. You don't have to decode what they do. Their content reinforces what you already understand. Now think about brands that feel unclear. They feel noisy, scattered, inconsistent, easy to ignore. Not because they don't post, but because nothing is anchored. And that's the difference clarity makes. So if your content isn't working, the solution isn't more output. Posting more won't fix the confusion. It just makes confusion louder. Diagnosis comes first. That's why the brand roadmap exists. It's not about growth, it's not about virality, and it's definitely not about pressure. It's where identity, message, and direction get clarified before execution even begins. If you want 2026 to feel different, the starting point isn't content, it's clarity. If that's what you're missing, you can book a brand roadmap session below. And if you want to go deeper into the idea, there's a full blog link called Why Content Feels Harder Than It Should. Start with diagnosis. Everything else gets lighter from there. Content doesn't fail. Clarity does.